My baby pandas. So today I have gathered most of my win moments. So this is the very first prize that I won, and this was really hard to get. That, to be honest, if you guys just saw that, that was a very lucky thing that my claw did for me to win that. Let's repeat. But basically, with this guy, I had to, so it wasn't laying down this way to begin with. It was laying like kind of up and down. So I pushed it so it was laying sideways. And what I was trying to do there was to grab the edge to tilt it and fall down. But the way my claw did it, it kind of just slid it and it fell down, which is good for me because I got it. I'll do my best to explain how I win certain things. But to be honest, I would probably try and YouTube other videos to get more kind of techniques and whatnot. But I just want to repeat that. So let's go to my next win. And here is where I won Nanachi from Made in Abyss. Again, it was very similar to the Laid Back Camp poster that you saw. I maneuvered him so that he was pushed to pretty much go between the bars, and then this is where I just nudged him to go down, which I'm very happy about. Another great win. Here is Kojapan. So a lot of the crane games, they do different things. Some you'll see like this. A lot of them you'll see with the where they're like laying on bars. But this one is pretty much just angling the claw and rolling it towards the hole, if that makes sense. So let's just show you guys one more time. So I kind of already had pushed Kojapan to the edge, and this was the moment where I rolled him in. I love it. Woohoo. Here's Donald Duck. This one was crazy because it only had one claw. And I was pretty much just putting him down towards the edge, similar to the Kojapan that you just saw. And I just pushed him over. I was so happy. But this was difficult because one claw, people. That does not help, and it does not move it a lot. So I was very lucky when it fell down. So it's all about angling the claw and picking a side, if that makes sense. There he goes. And here is the perfect bun in the whole Kojapan universe. And I did the same thing. I just pushed him so that the plushie was close to the edge, and then I clawed him down. But you can see that I definitely use angles, and I pick a side that I am going to kind of attack down. Here we go, one more time for you guys to see. So I chose that edge because it was already close, and I made sure that the claw is more closer, more angled or more positioned to the left side, so it kind of pulls the plushie down into the hole, if that makes sense. Here is one of the bags that I just showed in my previous Toreba haul. And this one was slanted, and it's all about wiggling it down so that it falls. But I'll be honest with you, this one was hard. It took many tries to wiggle it down to the point where it could just fall down like that. It's all about angling it, like going, kind of using the claw to go left to right, until it just is at this point where you could hammer it down with the claw. So hopefully you guys can get some prizes. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how the wins looked like and hopefully help out. Alright, so this is where I win the beautiful Sakura figure. Now, at this point, when I lined up for the queue, whoever was playing before me already had the Sakura figure angled, like how you just saw it. So you see how there's that one in the back where it's normal, it's just laying down. That's how it all starts, and then people wiggle it to a point where it falls between the bars. So let me just show you again. So whoever was playing before me gave up, and so I went in, and I did my thing. So how I did it was, because I was watching other people play before me, and a lot of times you can also learn that way if you're waiting in queue to use the machine. You could see what people are doing and try and do the same. But I noticed that people were using, or were trying to get at the tip there. Do you see the tip? The right tip there? You'll see where my claw is going. And so, logically speaking, it makes sense to do that. So I just aimed my claw at the corner of the box right there, and it made it fall down. This one I only did, I think, less than 5 tries, which is amazing because this figure, the quality is gorgeous. If you guys didn't watch my big Toreba haul, she's in there and she's amazing. Very lucky. But I do feel bad because whoever worked before, like for it before me, they did spend a lot of tries trying to do it. But I did it. Yay! Okay, now this is where I win the Rin plushie from Laid Back Camp. And so originally she was, most of her body was in the red box, as you can see in the middle. And what I did was I, like she was halfway out, halfway in, but centered. So what I did is I pretty much wiggled her using like her neck, around her neck area. So I wiggled her to the edge, and this is where she falls. This took a lot of tries as well, I will be honest with you. But I really wanted her. I had to get her. She is just amazing. But this was difficult. That's where she falls. Here's where I win the panda. And again, I just use the claw to move him so that he is going in between the bars. And what you saw there was just me pushing him down because his legs fell through, but his head got caught between the bars. And I just used the claws to push him down. But how the other pandas looked, that's how he started off. And I just aimed for one side. So I aimed for the left side, yes. So I made sure I clawed him by the left side, by his legs. And then that's how you saw him at the end like that, with just his head dangling. Or his head, you know, kind of surviving there. I'm hoping I'm making sense. Let's continue. And here is where I win Norman from Promised Neverland. They were very easy to obtain. I probably only did within 1 to 2 moves I got them. And I pretty much angled the claw towards the bottom so that they would tilt up and then fall towards the bars. So here we go. I want you guys to pay attention and see this. So it looks like I chose the bottom part where his feet are, and it tilted him up and he fell. Do you see, guys? I really wish I got Emma here. I think Emma was sold out by the time I came to the machine. But that's Norman. And here, let's go to Ray. Alright, now here's Ray. Same idea. I chose, what did I do? The head or the feet? Yep, I did the feet again. You see how I focused on that edge there? And he just flipped and I got him. Let's do that again so you guys can see. So I chose a corner and it flipped him up and he fell. Woo! And here is the Mishima Dog, or the faithful dog. And this one, it's all about just lifting it, angling. Luckily, I got him at this point, and he fell. So this one's kind of like, it's all about grabbing it, and if it bounces out, it bounces out. Alright, here is the dog again, but in a bee costume. And this I did, I think, in just one try. And I just chose a side, like the legs, as you can see, and my claw just lifted him and he fell, and it was super easy. After this, I tried to win the A dog. It's on the top left corner, and I could not. He was impossible. But I was very lucky that I got this dog so easily like that. See, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I swear, as much technique videos you could watch, sometimes when you follow that technique, you get nowhere. Sometimes you do. And I feel like it's just a mixture of technique and luck. Like luck and dedication. So here's where I just won the dog. And that's that. So here is the pass holder, and this is me winning Norman pass holder, and it's similar to the bag where you just wiggle it down, and when it's at the edge like that, just claw it at the edge so that it falls. You could either put the claw on it to push it down, or the way I did, I just grabbed it so that it would pull upwards, and hopefully gravity would just let it bounce down, and it did. Woohoo! And here's where I win Luna P Plushie. And this is the same idea. I really wished the playback video showed the different angles, because when you play Toreba, you see it from a frontward angle, but there's also another camera that you could also view it from, like the sideways camera, so you could see. So this one's kind of difficult to look at, but it's a similar idea. It was laying pretty much up and down on the bars, and I swerved her so that she was laying in between the bars. And here I made the claw, pretty much claw her at her, I think, head area, where her face was, for her to fall down. It's just harder for you guys to see it because the playback only gives me the one angle. So that's why I kind of wish it showed everything. But that's how I won her. And a lot of people were going crazy trying to win her, by the way. There was a bunch of people waiting for me to give up. But I didn't, and I got her. So here's where I win my Disney bag. And at this point, my bag was already, it was ready to go. It was ready to fall down. It was all about just trying to claw it so that it lifted up and fell. So with the A bag, that's how my bag started. And what I did was I just attacked the one of the sides. I attacked the sides that was obviously dangling out. So if you're gonna try and win a bag, just lift it from one of the sides or one of the edges, keep lifting it until it pretty much wiggles down to where my bag was. Here, like that. And you could either use the claw to push it down, or what I did here, where I just kept going on grabbing the bag and having it lift up and fall. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. It's more better to try it on your own and see, because sometimes I could be explaining it like this, but when you play it, it's different, right? I hope that makes sense. Like, my technique might not work for every bag that's out there. So whatever you think might let the bag lift up and bounce off, I would recommend doing it that way. So I'm hoping I'm helping. I'm showing you some prizes that I'm still waiting to be shipped to me. But this is the Promised Neverland notepad. And this was just on the first attempt. I did not expect this at all. You'll see. Like, I was screaming. If there was a way where the playbacks would include my reaction, I was freaking out, because this is my first time. I just went in and just, did it wherever. Didn't even have a plan. And it fell. Look at it, guys. This is luck right here. It just fell. I was screaming. I was like, oh my god, I want it. But yeah, sometimes with the claw machine, like I said, it could be out of luck. And technique is out the window. Here is another Miffy bag. This one is also on its way. I can't wait to show you guys. This was a huge bag. And I did the same thing. I pretty much used one corner, kept lifting it up until it slinked down to the edge. So let's do that again. So I slinked it down until it was ready to fall. With this type of bags, I found with this, hitting it with the claw to push down won't work. You definitely need to use its weight and gravity. So that's why I grabbed it from that angle, and it lifted it and it fell down. Here is another faithful Mishima Dog. And this dog was just ready to be pushed down. I pretty much put him to the point where he was between the bars, and I just caught one of the edges, and I wasn't expecting him to go, but look. Ta-da! He fell! I was so happy because I didn't want to keep going. It was already hard enough to do, so when he fell, I was so happy. But do you see how the A dog is laying up and down like that? A lot of plushies will start out that way, and that's where you need to angle it so that it lays between the bars. So if you're going into a game, I'll give you an example, like the A. We'll look at the A dog. He's laying up and down. What I would do is I would put the claw. Let me just play this video while I talk. I would put the claw so that it would be more towards its right side, so that it can pull it so it starts laying or going towards or between the bars, like how the C dog looks like, if that makes sense. I really hope I'm making sense, but this is the easiest way I could describe it. It's just about angling things so that it goes between the bars. If this is how the game is, just make sure you put the plushies in between the bar so that eventually you could just shove it down. So hopefully that will help you guys out. But when you're grabbing any plushies, don't just grab it head on, because that won't do anything and you'll waste a move that way. If you're gonna grab it, either grab it towards the right or towards the left, and definitely aim for either the head or the legs, and don't do it in the middle of the plush, because the weight will not do anything. It will just stay in the same position. Here's where I win Salmon the Bear, and I win the white polar bear with the seal, and he was super easy, very easy. I didn't expect to win them so quickly, to be honest with you. You'll see I also won another one, but let's go back to replay that. So here I lifted it more closer to the head area, and that's how he fell. See that, guys? Salmon the bear, so cute. So here is another Salmon the bear. I'm winning the honey pot bear, and this is where I was talking about where I'm angling it towards like the left side more. But this is fluke. I did not see this coming. Look what happens, guys. He falls. So that right there is out of luck. I did not plan that. I honestly thought I ruined my move. But do you guys see where I am trying to aim the claw more on the one side so I could kind of pull it towards in between the bars? That's what I was talking about, if that makes sense. But here, I was way to the left, and it managed to hit his head and drop him down. So, see? Sometimes technique is out the window and luck is just there. So I just wanted to point that out. Kind of what I've been talking about this whole time. And also with the luck factor. When I did this, I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to win it. I'm way too left. It's not going to grab anything. But it fully pushed its head and then dropped between the bars. Ta-da! And here I am trying to get Promised Neverland pins. These were very easy, I'll tell you that. This I just aimed right at it, more towards the right side, if you can see. And it flipped it over. Woo! So here we go. I flipped the pin already, but it didn't go between the bars. So here I go, trying to lift it up so it falls. There we go. I find with small items you could definitely just aim it right exactly on, like on the middle, or you don't have to kind of worry about going on one side or another, because it's small enough and light enough for the claw to lift it. So here's me winning the little Minnie Mouse, super cute, purple. I went all the way to the right so that I was able to grab her with the left claw and pull her over the edge and down. And when I went into this game, she was already positioned that way. She was already there at the edge. Usually when people start off, all the plushies are right in the center, so you have to, you know, pull them towards the edge and work your way there. But I was lucky enough to have her waiting for me and ready for the pickings. These can get really tough too. Like, especially, I find the heavier the prize is, the harder it is to pull it over the plastic edge like that. But these guys are light enough to do it. I've been trying to get Donald Duck, but it's been so hard. Wish me luck, guys. Alright guys, that is the end of my winning compilation video. I really hope my tips will help you guys out and that they made sense. If you need more of me, I'll leave everything in the description box, and leave any comments that you have below, and hopefully I can help you guys out there more. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys soon. Bye, my pandas. Mwah.